For basketball podcast hosts all gathered round, sipping on some whiskey, letting loose, getting down. They talking about the game, they talking about the scores, but when the drinks start flowing, oh, they talk even more. When the night gets wild and the stories start unfolding, they ain't afraid to let loose, just let the Josh do the talking.
I feel like we're in the Sacramento Kings draft room.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Should we start with
Did the
Alessio
Kings even
being?
draft it?
Yeah, they drafted a. No, they drafted a.
Today actually is all about me. Let's be real.
Yeah, it should. But hang on, wait. The Kings have drafted defensive first guard who can't guard threes.
I don't know who Yves Missy is. Is that his name?
Before the draft even started, the day was about me. We actually got rid of Deni.
Wait, is it your birthday?
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah.
We got rid of Deni.
Yeah,
You know how long
yeah.
I've been saying that? Since the draft X amount of years
You
ago.
got 2 picks in Brogdon.
Then the Hawks don't draft Sarr. And then I'm like, oh, it's the Wizards. They'll probably fuck it up. But no, it's not the Wizards. It's Mikal Winger and Will Dawkins.
Yeah.
So they did draft Sarr.
Yeah.
Then we draft fucking Bub Carrington. Are you kidding me? Bub Carrington. Then we trade away our second round pick, which was 51, and 26 to go up to 24. And I was like, here we go. We're finally picking Johnny Furphy. Unfortunately, we didn't pick Johnny Furphy. We picked Keyshawn George. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
As a
Is it Keontae's brother? It is Keontae's brother.
Say, wait, Keyshawn George. Let me look.
I don't know. Although, what about how cringe Jalen Williams was today? But we can get to that later.
Which Jalen Williams?
Nah, what was the cringe about him?
When he was smiling in the green room, it was too much. He was just showing off his
brother
grin.
got drafted?
No, it was before that.
I was about cringe.
Wait, his brother got drafted?
Yeah, Cody
Jesus.
Williams.
Anyway,
you can tell the surname.
What an incredible day in Wizards history.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're not celebrating this more.
Should we move on?
I was ready to come in, like, give you multiple handshakes throughout the pod. Listening to some other ones before this pod, you know how this is supposed to be the worst draft we've all ever seen in our whole entire life? You drafted 3 guys from it.
Yeah. I was about to none of them will be good at basketball.
Alexandre will be.
Yeah.
Like Bubba.
No, it's not. It's
And
not.
I like Keyshawn.
It's nice. You didn't know who he was 4 hours.
Yeah,
ago.
but then I watched his draft scouting report.
Bub Carrington. Do you know his real name?
Lance Franklin.
Carlton?
Carlton. Yeah.
Carlton?
Really?
Yeah. It's
No,
Carlton.
Carlton Bub Carrington.
Wow,
That is
Bridget
an
Carlton,
old,
Bub Carrington.
old school.
It's like Bimbo Cole's DUI.
That's what's our old mate who was MVP in the first season?
Joel
of the
Corey
NBA?
Enright.
No. Who shares a birthday with you or me?
Serge Barry Rice.
Jumpin' Joe Fulks. Yeah. Legend.
Yeah.
Shot 30% from the field.
Yeah,
One MVP.
Won an MVP, dude. I don't think I feel like the draft was like, there's no top end talent that's good, but I feel like that, like, everyone was like, everyone's a lottery pick.
Yeah, I'm just being rude. Yeah.
All good, thank you.
Yeah. That whole the prescriptive this is a shit draft. It's like it's just because there's no Victor Wembanyama or Paolo Banchero or.
But how did that happen? Everyone's so good at basketball. And everyone plays. It can't be a COVID thing.
Bit too much fluoride in the water that year, something like that.
I think it was that.
Yeah.
People just play so much basketball. They've got so many trainers. And none of them were good.
But yeah, even like what if? I guess it doesn't really matter. But like Scoot Henderson's agent wasn't like, hey, maybe do another year because you're going to go 1 next year. Scoot would be a fucking number 1. Maybe like Brandon Miller number 1 in this draft.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, having seen a season of Scoot Henderson though, I'd prefer Alexandre Sarr.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, you went into the day with a hopeless roster.
With Deni. Can you believe that's how the day started?
But you got a 2029 first round pick, the 14th pick, which is a lottery pick.
Yeah.
And Malcolm Brogdon, who's like, is he expiring this year? And like, you can just flip him?
Yeah,
or like,
Rookie of the Year as well.
they call him the president. That's really funny you said that.
Thanks, bro.
No, this is your day. And
Thank you, man.
your mate who you guarded in Collingwood
Didn't get drafted.
Yeah, but I actually have the scoop on him.
Yeah, should you give
Johnny
do you want to give the scoop? Of
Yeah,
Johnny
well,
Furphy?
I probably shouldn't tell you guys how I know this with the second round
Oh, as
tomorrow.
a Alessio's student.
No, but Brooklyn tried to trade up for him.
How do you know that, bud? And why wouldn't you tell us that we're on a basketball freaking
Yeah,
podcast?
but that's, you
man?
don't want to reveal your sources.
Yeah, no, well,
Zach Lowe's not like David Griffin told me.
Yeah, exactly.
So Brooklyn tried to trade up for him.
Yeah.
They have a second round pick, and they're like,
No, don't look it up. I'm sure they do.
no, but when it is, because they're like, if you fall to that, then we'll pick you.
Oh, it's...
But also, they were trying to trade up for. No, they don't have a second.
Yeah, they
round
don't have a
pick.
second rounder at all.
So I think they're just going to try and trade up, and they're just hoping for the best.
But you can just
That
give
he's
like
available.
$500K for it, can't you?
Yeah, now you
Well,
can.
they can just
yeah.
use one of the bridges if they care so much.
I guess. Anyway.
Oh,
Just use a bridges pick.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I guess they can.
No
do that.
offense, Johnny.
Yeah.
What? Okay, with the Deni trade, what do you think Portland are even thinking?
Yeah, that's the other side
That's
of it.
insane.
They're looking for an Alfred Camino replacement.
On what team? the 12 seed.
Yeah.
We need a 3-and-D wing that can't shoot.
And we're going to give up Malcolm Brogdon, who will fetch a price on the open market. a first that's like when we want to be good, but we probably won't be. And also Bob Carrington. You gave away a shot at Bob Carrington.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Bobby Carrington moves.
That might be the one that hurts.
But honestly, a few guys were like, "This is my favorite player in the draft for whatever reason."
For Bob.
For Bub.
Yeah.
Really?
For Bub. Yeah.
He moves really
Are those
well.
guys okay?
Oh, you love it when they say they move really well. Means they won't be very good.
Yeah,
they
He
move
was hitting
very well.
pull-up jump shots,
Yeah,
making
yeah.
nice one-handed passes,
Go.
defense.
That's what all of them do.
They're all basketball
All of the
players.
highlight packages are like, hey, he looks
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good in this shit league that he's the best player.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, he
the
could be better than Deni.
Pac-12. Yeah.
He could be better than Deni.
Just out this season.
You actually today you gained 4 players, and all 4 of them could be better than Deni.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. The 2029
But
He's
I'm
overall
Sarr
pick.
No, he's a 5 long term. It's just because he's a rookie and he's skinny. He might play the 4.
Okay, so who's your 5?
Him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think you just got to bleed him. Like,
Yeah.
what's the point of
Yeah.
not playing with the 5?
I think he could be a 4 with like the right center, with like
Like a Zach Edey type.
Yeah. Like with Brook Lopez next to him or Steven Adams.
Surely no one drafted Zach Edey.
Yeah, well, that projected second round pick actually went 9th.
Yeah, there was a single digit.
Oh my god.
The same amount of digits as the first overall pick
Oh,
was spent on
Actually,
Zach Edey.
I think this is a great place to say what knowledge base are we coming from here, Alessio? Like, could you name the top 10?
No.
All right. So this is going to be good. We're getting a full spectrum of responses here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just learned that Zach Edey went 9th.
No, I knew that from
You
before.
knew
I was joking.
Yeah, I went into
But he's one of the 3 names I know. So
I went into a meeting after the Reed Shepherd pick, so
Yeah.
like I'm looking at it. But
It's like Johnny Furphy, but really good.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
Jared McCain. We like Jared McCain.
McCain.
But I don't know why.
he's done it again.
I don't know why Philly picked him. That seems pretty
Wow, a
good.
Juki that went to Philly, typical Alesta like that.
That's because he makes cute TikToks.
They can still,
Yeah,
they can
guys.
still, they can still trade him up like until
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like a weird fit.
there were just no trades available.
They have
like,
Melton.
Yeah, they still do. They can just resign him.
Is he going to play again?
Hopefully, because he's
Melton.
great, isn't
He's
he?
great.
Very good.
Well, should we go through the draft order?
Yeah, let's do it.
Number 1, Frenchman. Number 2, Number 1, Zach Ricochet.
Number 2, Alex Sarr.
Nah, we'll just let's talk about the Hawks getting someone said he was
So they've gone for a
DeAndre Hunter
combo
with a
forward?
mustache.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Nah, they described him as athletic but not great athleticism, and he might top out as a 3-and-D role player.
Yeah.
That sounds like an absolute waste of time.
Trevor Arisachet.
Oh,
It
God.
seems like the type of pick they could have got if they just didn't move up in the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were they projected, 11th or something?
Yeah.
14th?
Or whatever it
I
was.
feel like he
yeah.
would have been available there. Maybe
Yeah.
they were just that high. Like, fuck, I guess we're
What?
still picking him.
So why didn't they just trade it?
Yeah, even if there's no good offers, it can't be that much worse.
No.
But
No
still,
way.
like, if he, what if he's Trevor is like, let's say he's like a weak OG Anunoby, that's good.
Yeah.
But he won't be. OG Anunoby's so good.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
but like I think take another bite of the apple of getting as many good 3-and-D wings as you can around Trey, if you're keeping Trey, if that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Like what DeAndre Hunter's had a down year. Jalen Johnson had
Another one.
had a breakout. So you got 2 options there. Add a third one to the mix because this is like the Luka Doncic theory, right? Just get get Zach Ricochet shaped players and put them around him, and then get a good center.
Yeah.
Does this mean they think that Okongwu is not as bad as he is, or?
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't draft Sarr.
Someone was like, "Oh, they should pair Sarr and Okongwu online." I'm like, "What are you talking
Nah,
about?"
but Conway's like 6'9" or something.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, but he's not a shooter. He's not a shooter.
yeah.
yeah, but Sarr might be the shooter.
Yeah, but I don't think
Yeah, but right now he's not. So he's got two non-shooters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sarr might. Sarr might. Okongwu won't be.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep the vibes high. Let's go to the next pick, Alex Sarr. Do you want to intro?
Great pick, by the way.
Yeah, who picked this guy? The Washington Wizards. Competence. It's on the horizon. I'm actually so excited to follow the team for the first time in, I
that's
think,
lovely.
2 years. I was to the point where I was like, if they draft Johnny Furphy, I will fight tooth and nail to get media, to get access to the
nice.
Wizards.
Yeah.
Because there are a million things I'd love to write about this team. And
It's worth mentioning we're drinking Furfies in on Johnny Furphy.
I feel like, what are you drinking, Sean?
Furphy.
Oh, beautiful.
hey.
Mate. Put it there.
Best Furphy I've had in a while. Kind of went
first-
off. 'cause
first Furphy
they're,
I've had.
yeah, first Furphy I've had in a while as well.
Yeah, I'm having a filter XPA.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not a
Nah,
Much like our second pick, Alexandre Sarr.
I thought you were going to say Alexandra XBA.
Yeah, no. Well, he might have had a couple on the West Coast, bloody playing for the Perth Mate Wildcats. Yeah, I'm actually so excited to follow this team. Last year was like such a down year, but it was like, okay, we're going to rebuild, and like this is 12 months later. I guess a lot of stuff has happened in one day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's happening. You know,
Yeah.
it's actually happening. 5 years of flirting with getting rid of Beal to then trade him for 5 second-round picks to then that being a really good trade for us.
Yeah.
And then the next year we're like, okay, let's just start. Let's start.
Yeah.
Did you only get 5 seconds?
I think it was 6 actually.
Yeah, but the contract.
Yeah.
No, I know, I get that. But
Yeah.
fine.
He's on for. I might have said this in this pod. If I had, we can just move past
Because the
it.
contract's not fine.
If he had traded with a no trade clause, I think you should just wipe it.
Yeah,
agree.
you have
Okay.
said that. Yeah,
Okay,
it should,
yeah.
but yeah, full.
You've utilised your clause, and now we have full
Yeah,
control.
it's a one-off. It's a get out of jail.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like if you've got a trade bonus, you get your trade bonus, and you can't get another one.
But it's like that. It's like
Yeah,
that.
sure.
It's like that poison pill thing, right? It's like, oh, you want this guy who was so problematic that he made us sign him to a no trade clause?
Yeah.
Fine, have the no trade clause.
Yeah.
Let him
Yeah.
fuck your franchise. up.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you're trading for
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
The team trading him should decide whether you keep the no trade clause.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. Yeah.
Good thing about Alex Sarr is that, like, we were just talking about it before while recording, I believe. Yeah, it was like 5 minutes ago. He's probably going to play the 5, but he might have the body for a 4 right now. Long term, he projects to be Jaren Jackson Jr. with maybe like a lot more mindset, less of a jump shot, right? Which is like project sick. You've got a project. You've still got Jordan Poole. Malcolm Brogdon's not going to change your fate. Next year's draft's going to be really good, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the teams that are in this, like this high up in the draft, are getting better. You're the favourites to get the number 1 pick next year in draft. Who's
Detroit?
Cooper Flag.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you're-
no, Bronny.
White boy with swag. Bronny again, yeah. Oh yeah, he didn't get drafted.
Bronny will go tomorrow. The Lakers will get him.
No.
you don't reckon
No.
you don't reckon he's
Discount,
not drafted?
No.
I think
Discount Brian Windhorst.
I think Philadelphia will do it. I think they'll just do it.
I think that was
I think that-
55.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and they'll be like, oh, we might be able to get. Oh no, okay, he's staying with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he'll
Well,
get
he had nothing to
drafted.
do with the JJ hiring, so
Crazy.
he might be.
He could be pretty upset about it. Actually. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm
I
hearing.
heard he really wanted the youth.
Don't tell me your sources. Any star points?
Do we think Kuzma's gone, or do you think you're just going to hold on to him until good offer comes around?
Yep.
There was a news report that the Kings are now interested in Kuzma again.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's
Yeah, they should have done that the first time though.
Yeah.
I like the precedent being set of Malcolm Brogdon to first for Deni. Because then that's like, well, if that's what we're taking for Deni, we don't have to get rid of Kuzma.
Yeah, what would you would get like Barnes and all of our picks.
You know, like Malcolm Brogdon in 3 or 4 firsts. For Kuz.
No, if the Kings were trading,
Malcolm Brogdon is not on your team currently.
Yeah, it would be.
it would be Barnes and all of the picks.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
Barnes. Yeah, I mean, you know. Some competing teams going to trade 2 second rounders for Harrison Barnes at the trade deadline as well. So.
And before the trade deadline, Kaishawn George is just going to be the succession plan to Harrison.
Yeah, it's Harry Barnes. It's Harry Barnes and like maybe 1 pick next year. like one lottery protected, and I'm feeling top 12 the year after, and then maybe top 10 the following. Are you guys picking that up as well?
Wow.
We should do a
We should do
Ouija
psychic
board.
readings.
Ouija board for pick protections
I'll
in the
bring
future.
I'll bring the tarot cards next time. 'Cause
Yeah,
I think that could be
I've been
fun.
missing them.
I think we could have done a draft preview where I just do a tarot reading for all the different
Yeah.
players.
I made a taro milk tea once. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, we've done it. We've made funny humour. Next pick, Reed Shepherd. He had the highest vertical in the combine.
Can you give me
He can shoot a lot of threes, and he had the most southern parents I've ever seen. His dad was like, "Well, first of all, we're blessed to be here." And it's great to see Reed get picked up by the Houston Rockets. And then his mum had the biggest southern twang ever, and looked extremely racist.
Oh,
That's Johnny Furphy getting picked at number 55.
highest vertical plus shooting lots of threes sounds like a number one pick.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't the Hawks just take him?
Because he's white.
Yeah, he's cool.
Oh,
Nah,
that sucks.
he's got a bowl cut, Alessio.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, he might be
Grady,
good.
Grady Dick bowl cut? Like, what's the...
Nah. More
Worse.
like a kid who got bullied in year 7.
Also, I couldn't
Yeah, love
imagine.
that.
I couldn't imagine Reed Shepherd running up the tab at Magic City like I could Zachary Ricochet.
Lou Williams is Magic City?
Because I mean, it sounds like he's gonna be a bad defender, right? Like
Maybe.
I think he's got Desmond Bain frame.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
I just I think he might have that JJ Redick thing where it's like, oh, you're trying really hard, but you're just never gonna be actually good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, I know I'm stereotyping here. Like, they're not all the same. But then like you'd love him next to like a Trae Young type point guard, because he might just be like a real authentic shooting guard who just like, oh, I'm only gonna shoot when I'm have a good shot. I'm not gonna take any dribbles, like blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah.
Corey Kispert with hops.
Yeah.
And
Chill.
shorter arms.
Bro, Corey Kispert gets, I'm not even joking, 5 posted dunks a year.
Yeah.
Reed Shepherd has 0.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So far though.
Yes, exactly.
It's funny you talk about stereotypes. We did that in psychology today.
Oh.
Oh, that's the end of the story. Just saying we taught it.
Should we keep going down the draft order?
Yeah, I reckon. Who have we got up next? Lucas, was it?
We have a trade to announce. No, with the 4th. Hang on, I got a question. Who had 4 and 8 a few years ago? Was that the Hawks,
The
the
Hawks.
Pelicans, or the Lakers? Or was it all 3
Or
of those
the-
teams? It wasn't OKC.
The Hawks definitely did.
The Hawks did? Okay, well, bloody the Hawks.
It was the Hunter year. It was
Oh.
Hunter and the one that ended up
Jackson
being bad.
Hayes.
Cam Reddish.
Reddish, yeah. The
Cam
one that
Reddish,
was bad that you kept thinking was good.
Yeah, no, hang on.
That was
That
3 and
was the Lakers. No, the Lakers got
Was it?
4. The Lakers traded for Anthony Davis. The Pels got it. And on draft day, the
Traded
Pels
the Jackson
traded.
Hayes pick for Cam Reddish.
Nah, you traded 4 for 10 and something else.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
But
this
yeah,
year,
let
the
him hear
4th,
it.
the 4th overall pick, well, it's the Spurs, picking in 4th and 8th.
Who had that a couple of years ago? 4 and 8.
The Jackson Hayes team.
Yeah.
So they picked Stephon Castle. Just by his name, I think this is the perfect fit for them.
Yeah.
And like point guard named Stephon Castle coming into it with Wemby, everything else they do. I just think it's gonna work out.
Yeah, so he's a poor shooter, defense first guard. He had a massive chain on. It had some old, on the chain was an old, old castle, like a full massive castle, about as big as a DS.
Whoa.
That's the measurement I use.
That's
Which is
dope.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
You, Alessio, I'm not sensing great vibes from you here.
I'm confused. I'm sure if I saw a photo, I'd be disgusted.
He wore a necklace.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Yeah, it's defensive minded point guard. And if he is the point guard of the future, then you've got a Wemby sick.
Yeah.
Also, cried in his interview. That is just I'm fully on board.
Well,
Why are you not crying?
Well-
You just became a millionaire. But also, you just made the NBA.
Yeah.
Like-
No, you don't have to cry.
going into your post draft interview, we did it. We did it!
You lift up your little son and
Stephon Castle Jr.
yeah. remember the COVID draft?
Yeah.
They call him Trace. Remember the COVID draft when everyone cried because everyone was still at home?
Right.
And that was like a big thing. I was like, oh, a lot of people crying this year, and then. Yeah, I'm happy we just had a normal amount of crying. that's honestly how I feel.
Okay, so you prefer Reed shepherding his parents?
Nah,
Well, we're
not
actually quite excited for this. How did you all happen to dress in something whiter than life?
Isn't it nerve wracking if you're like defensive minded point guard? He's crying in his interview because it gives like
He's supposed to have an edge.
yeah, it's like I want this more than you, and like he'll never actually like learn how to play basketball. It'll be like very Pat Beverly where he just like attacks people and then like pisses people off, but he never develops anything.
Wait, this is you're talking about Stefan Castle particularly?
Yeah.
Or? Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, Matt Bozelis, not known for his D, but known for his trash talk. They were asking for like, do you have any like sort of any message for people that doubted you? And he was like bawling his eyes out. And he was like, "Thank you for doubting me."
That's kind of cute.
That does sound
Like,
cute.
imagine the tee up is like,
Yeah.
what's your trash?
Yeah. Like, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. First game, someone's gonna get in his ear. He'll start crying.
But the poor guy was crying before they asked him the question. So she's seen this crying man come over and been like, everyone's always doubted you. You've fallen about 5 spots from your projection. You're the best trash talker we've ever heard. Give us some trash talk. And he's like, fuck, I'm just trying to fucking get over the fact that I've just been drafted.
And where did he go? Who's this?
This is Mattis Bozelis.
Number 11
to the Bulls.
Yeah, the best franchise in the league.
He
G League United.
a lot
Josh
of
Giddey's team, mate.
the reason why he fell is that he might not be in the NBA in 4 years. Like if he doesn't develop a jump shot,
So
Is
where
he
is
a
he?
guard?
he's a forward.
He's a 3.
Okay.
It's like the same size as Nick Batum, so that's his comp. But
But without them being able to shoot very well.
yeah, and so like he can pass a little bit, but like he's going to be playing with Nick Fuchs and Josh Giddey. Yeah. 5.
Didn't Josh Giddey like do something really bad?
Shot 27% from 3.
Yeah. That's probably
got
quite
benched by the Thunder.
Man, I actually, sorry for complete off track thing here, but my housemate Ollie quizzed me on what I thought the all-time State of Origin record was.
Yeah.
Got it exactly right.
Wait. How many games have been
They
played?
played 40, so 40 series.
Did you get told
Not-
40 beforehand?
Yeah, I got told there was 40.
So they played 120 games.
Yeah, but there was series wins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
22 to 18.
Close,
Oh.
but not correct.
24 to the other.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
Okay. That makes sense.
Does Ollie watch
In
that?
favour of food.
No, we watched it for the first time last night.
Right.
It was awesome. It was such a good game.
Well, do you know what the record is in the last 10?
7-3.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess?
6 and 4.
5 and 5.
6 and 4.
Come on,
I just
yeah.
times that by 4, freaking idiot.
So Ron Holland,
the Lions. Oh yeah, next pick in the draft from the G League Ignite. These guys always work out. Ron Holland II to the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, God.
Is anyone gonna?
This is such a Detroit pick.
When is the first time you're gonna see Ron Holland play? Do you think?
First game.
What year?
First game.
Alright.
What do you mean?
Joke that you're not gonna watch the Pistons.
Yeah. No, he's probably my favorite.
First game, I reckon.
He's probably my favorite prospect.
Really?
Yeah, he's like the
Right.
most athletic.
But he's also the one who's played the shittest. Like,
Makes
what-
it difficult.
How did So why did he get... Is it a G League thing?
yeah, he like tanked his value in the G League. I think he was like almost like a number one, like
Yeah, he was,
consensus
wasn't
pick, and then he was just like really shit
Not
and
great.
inconsistent for the G League Ignite. Which like sometimes I'm like,
Oh, Detroit will be able to fix that.
Yeah. Well, the thing
Head
is,
coach should really.
they just hired Fred Vincent. They just
Who?
Fred Vincent, the shooting coach, he used to coach
okay.
for the Pels,
Yeah.
who like fixed
Yeah.
Herb Jones and fixed Trey Murphy. So it's like now they've got a guy that can teach
fixed
people how to
Lonzo
shoot.
Ball actually. That was his.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
his
yeah.
biggest
that's
project.
Shouldn't make Zion
Yeah.
skinny.
Claim to fame it. Yeah, well, he's actually a shooting coach.
Funny
Outrun
combination.
my bullet.
Shooting coach and pastry chef. So.
Yeah, it's actually the worst thing for Zion.
There's a lot of correlations with patience, not a lot of correlations with Zion.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Yeah,
good.
thanks. Shaking hands. Next pick.
Pick 6.
Pick 6. Tidjane Saloon from France. This is the third French guy who's been drafted. Went to the Charlotte
What did they
Hornets.
put in the water there?
So this dude's a 3-and-D.
They shit in the rivers.
They shit in the river. This dude's a 3-and-D forward who is a little bit of like a Draymond type. So he's a dude who
Has a
like
podcast.
someone will foul him, and
Punches
then
Jordan Poole.
the next play down, he was like, there's a few clips of him just whacking people really hard. And you know, the Bill Simmons podcast had a lot of great things to say about mindset in Charlotte. So that's I guess when you look at it with rose-colored glasses, that is actually great there. But you know, he could just be a 3-and-D win.
Wait, Bill Simmons after or before the draft?
After the draft, it was like, you know, this is great. Like, you know, just a lot of people. He's assuming that people in Charlotte don't really care about winning, and then this guy's going to come in and just be like getting 16 technical fouls in his rookie season. Or something.
Yeah, nice.
I like the attitude, but like, there's so many other players that Charlotte need as well. Like basketballers, principally. Like I'm here on the ESPN. Their existing core of LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Mark Williams. Like,
yeah, they could
it's
draft.
like 1.5 basketball players.
Also, but in your argument, then who do they pick?
Yeah. No, I'm not saying.
It could be
You
anyone.
didn't mention Miles Bridges.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah.
He's got mindset, I guess.
Some sort of.
Yeah, like they could have drafted Klingon. Do we want to move on to the next pick, Klingon? This was seen as his floor of the draft.
What, 7?
Yeah, his floor was 7 because the Blazers had pretty much gave him a promise. Before we go into Star Trek jokes, his mum also named Stacey.
Really?
Yep, but she was dressed like a Dusk employee. She was playing on
Like, what are you saying? Also, who else is named Stacey?
Reed Shepherd. That was Stacey, the racist mum.
Oh, no shitting.
Yeah, how about that? The
Wow.
two,
All
the
white
two
women
corks.
are named Stacey.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. This is the main reason I'm glad the Hawks didn't pick Alex Sarr. Because I felt like it was a guarantee we were going to pick Donovan Clingan.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
not the
yeah,
case.
yeah.
So,
And it's just like, is this guy not just Walker Kessler?
Yeah,
Which is
It's
good.
Yeah,
But like, you say it like that. You say it with that
yeah,
intonation.
yeah,
You don't say that with your second.
Wow,
overall
7
pick.
foot
but he also, I don't like.
Yeah.
I actually don't think he's as good ever could be as good as Walker Kessler. Like, he doesn't move as nicely as him. Like, I know, like, his strengths are exactly the same. But I watch Walker Kessler, I'm like, oh yeah, like, you're not like lumbering. Like you're a big white guy.
Fluid.
But
Yeah.
like, at least you have kind of fluidity to your game.
Yeah.
He does kind of lumber around
Yeah.
the court
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
which is bad when you're 17 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to get better.
Yeah, you're not going to stop lumbering.
Is there a joke you can make with his surname? No.
Yeah.
Nothing I can.
Something
Yeah.
about like glad rap.
Glad right, yeah.
I really hope he lives long and prospers.
Oh, so yeah, they've got Donovan Clingan. They've still got DeAndre
What's the
Ayton.
Star Trek thing?
Klingon.
Klingon's the language they speak.
Oh, I haven't watched
And they
that
always
movie.
do this thing.
Yeah,
Whatever the
live
hell
long
that is.
and prosper.
No, that's Rue from Hunger Games, who is the lead character in Star Wars: The Acolyte.
Exactly right.
Wow.
And the guy who killed her in the first Hunger Games movie is the lead actor in The Boys. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw someone
you
on
saw it
Twitter.
on Twitter,
Someone on
yeah.
Twitter was like, "Oh, no one's talking about this," and then someone retweeted it and was like, "How long could you possibly?" Talk about this?"
Yeah. That's the end of the conversation.
We've actually got it recorded. It's less than 20 seconds.
That Star Wars show that you just mentioned is the one that I accidentally watched 5 minutes of the other day.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
really bad.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, really bad.
I've watched 5 episodes AMA. I'm up to date. Don't worry about it.
AMA, can we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Portland for a second here, though?
Yeah.
Like, sort of leading on from the Deni Avdija thing. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Damn it, I should have butted in.
No, but let's list their power forwards and centers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hayden?
DeAndre Ayton, Robert Williams.
Robert Williams, Drew Wraith, Donovan
Donovan
Clingan, Denny,
Oh, fuck.
Jeremy Grant,
There's
Oh,
another
wow.
one.
too many Kamara.
Yeah.
Grant will get traded. surely.
Trendon Watford. No, he played
Yeah,
for
Trendon
Brooklyn.
Watford.
He played for
Oh,
Brooklyn.
yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Well, did Grant just sign a 5-year?
Good, I like Trendon Watford.
Maybe
No,
2.
3, wasn't it?
I don't know.
No.
He would have signed the deal when Damian Lillard was there. Are we googling?
He's on a 5-year,
Jeremy.
yeah.
For how much longer?
Let me tell you.
Cool. What I was going to say is a joke, because can you imagine the Deni Avdija, Donovan Clingan pick and roll?
Oh no, he's got a player option in 27-28. Like,
Wow,
he's got so many
That's
years.
a
Yeah,
long
so
time.
who was that? Unless was right
He's in
again.
the second year of his contract. This
shit?
Yeah, I don't even fucking...
Yeah.
Wow,
That's-
that's so bad.
That's actually kind of crazy. You just remember when Jeremy Grant. I would have been about when. Yeah.
Nah, that's just when he stopped following.
Yeah.
that was it. He heard the news.
All right.
And he was
That's
like,
actually...
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm not watching the
Yeah,
NBA.
How much? Who?
I need a job.
Yeah.
Is that Jerry and Grant's brother? All right, let's move on to the most interesting part of the draft.
Yeah, Durian? Really smelly. Not allowed on trains.
PK.
PK.
Yeah, PK. Gerald PK. No, pick 8.
Oh,
Are you saying that's the most interesting part of the draft, or like the
yeah,
next
yeah.
few picks?
No, pick 8.
Yeah, so you go on because I'm also a little bit interested, but I feel like you're very interested
Oh,
in this
yeah.
part of the draft.
I'm so interested in this part of the draft.
So pick 8, Spurs from the Hawks 4-8 pick from 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Pick 8 was the San Antonio Spurs. They picked Rob Dillingham, and Sean is very confused by it.
So-
They traded it.
So I was with a friend of the program, Jackson, who's a Spurs fan, and he was sitting there like, oh my god, they're going to get Clingan at 7. We're going to get Rob Dillingham. We're going to get Rob Dillingham. He's fucking over the moon. So much so that he gets up and yells, and his dogs wake up from their sleep and come jump on him. He's like, fucking, we got Rob Dillingham. And we sit down, we go on X, formerly known as Twitter, and then Adrian Wojnarowski says that Rob Dillingham, who you might know as the sixth man for the Kentucky Wildcats, he could average like 20 plus points in the league, diminutive point guard, games very much like Tyrese Maxey. The Minnesota Timberwolves traded a 2029 swap and a 30 swap and a 31 unprotected pick for the 8th pick to draft Rob Dillingham. Minnesota Timberwolves, unless you're looking confused,
Why would they do that?
they were just in the conference finals and they have a very set roster. Why would they do that?
That's a big
That's
hole, though.
massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have traded that for the first pick. They know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
They're trading for a guy who makes $5 million and they're over the second apron next year, right? So they're adding what Tim Connolly, I'm guessing, sees as the best talent he can. He can't add a free agent of this caliber, right? He's trading away. Like, they're 31 unprotected in mini. Like, they don't have any picks for the next decade, right? And they've got Tony Edwards, but, like, that's about it. And if it doesn't go well, then that 31 pick's fucking really good. But they've given it up for a dude who has to play point guard, can't play anything else. He's a score-first point guard / score-only point guard next to Tony Edwards. And the commentators are like, imagine that scoring backcourt. But, like,
They
Tony
were good because Mike Conley can pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's
And
he's selfless. And,
Yeah.
But it's also a draft. What if the guy just flops?
Yeah. You didn't even pick the best point guard in the draft either. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure if you'd ask the Spurs, hey, how about pick 4 and we'll take Stephon Castle, who's like a defensive pass first point guard, who might be much more in the Mike Conley mold, then they'd probably be like, yeah, sure, fine. Like,
I heard he cried in his interview, though.
Like, yeah, like when Victor Wembanyama's 25, we could have like a top 4 pick in the draft, you know, that we could either package for a superstar or just bring in like fucking, I don't know, the next 7'6" French guy, like.
Yeah, or you could draft Zach Edey.
So
What do
it
you
appears
reckon?
though both sides are unhappy.
What do you mean?
Well, I feel like Jackson really wanted
Jackson
Dillingham.
wanted Dillingham, yeah.
And then, but also the Timberwolves overpaid for Dillingham.
Yeah,
And it's also like, but why did the Spurs trade him away?
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, so who? So what? Where are we?
Well, the Spurs got good picks.
They
yeah.
got good picks. They got unprotected picks.
Yeah.
But like
No, that swap's top 1 protected.
Yeah. So,
That'd be so funny.
Tim Connolly,
Man,
knows.
if a pick swap ever turns into the top 1 pick of the draft, it'd be so funny.
I hate that
the
argument.
pick was
The
the
Celtics
Jaylen
and
Brown.
Yeah,
76.
it was there.
There was a swap.
I hate that argument, but the 2031
It was Tate.
is an
Tatum.
11-year-old.
Yeah. So that's true. But like now, like who's on the trade market? Like maybe Cat, right? Who's you don't really want. What if like Devin Booker becomes available? Or what if like a really good All NBA player? What if Luka Doncic becomes available? The Spurs can say, all right, here's every single one of our picks, plus that Chicago pick in 25, plus 2 Minnesota picks in 30 and 31, right?
Yeah, God knows they'll be good picks.
Yeah. But then at the same time, don't you just want to draft guys and have them grow with Wemby for the next? Because like you draft what's his name? You draft Dillingham. Then you've got him under team control for 8 years, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just like, wow, 8 years, and if he's the guy, he's playing next to Wemby for all those years.
Yeah. And it's not a bad idea. Like, you have already drafted a point guard, but like, you can play 2 young guards next to Wemby. Like, that's probably the best players to play against him instead of not playing any point guards.
Yeah.
Also, Rob Dillingham, the sixth man of the Kentucky like lineage of Devin Booker and Tyler Hero. That's pretty good, and I feel like Pop would be the perfect person to have that type of person coming to the team as well.
Yeah.
So a bad trade on all fronts, guys.
I don't. Yeah, it's like a lot of hope in the future, but like, you know, we're talking about how the Wizards just replenish their stocks of young players, and you're leaving today with 3 extra players to like, you know, it's like the core for the Spurs hasn't grown that much. You've just got more future stuff. Yeah, like we'll have to judge this in like 8 years.
Yeah, I guess.
If Cat wasn't on the outer, you could be like, oh, you really wanted the guy from Kentucky. Like,
Yeah.
God.
Dude, you know what's crazy? The end of Rob Dillingham's rookie extension will be when the Spurs make the pick.
Yeah.
Imagine they just traded back for him.
Yeah. But you have to imagine this is bad for the Wolves. Like,
yeah.
But like, as you said, how else are they going to move?
Yeah, but they're already in
Collins is a
conference
good draft
final. Yeah, that's true.
I think it's like a good move, but like
it's too risky.
no, sorry, it's like the best, not the best move, but it's like maybe it's the best move they can make in these circumstances.
It's the least
So it's
risky
like,
move.
If we need to get a player on the roster, like who's not a minimum, this is the only way we can.
Without giving
Yeah.
giving anyone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but fuck, like, man, you can't have. I just feel so bad to not have any draft picks for 7 years.
Yeah. Well, Tim Conley's
Like-
not going to be there in 7 years as well.
Yeah, right. Where Cancun? Or,
He doesn't care.
Yeah, well, I mean, like he might get fired when if the ownership stuff just goes the way it is, he might just not have a job. Like he's lined up his extension, like he put it into an option, so that when the new owners come in, they have the choice to maybe get rid of it. You know,
Is that going to happen?
I don't know.
Okay. We don't have to good
Ask your fucking source, mate.
I got sources. According to sources.
Should we do 80 and then should we maybe speed through the rest
yeah,
here?
We could
Well,
probably do
just
80
pick
and then just not talk about the draft.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do a rapid fire after 80.
Yeah. 80 again, what the fuck are you doing?
80. I sure hope he does. See, he filled in for
For every
the
time.
he filled in for the under 18s Chinese female basketball team.
Oh my god.
How do you pronounce her name?
Yao Minj.
We almost have to cut that.
Oh, what's the timestamp?
She just cooked.
She ate. She had like 22 points in her first game.
I
and
agree
then
though.
40
I agree though. Like, what's she gonna do against athletes?
Yeah.
And
in space.
moreover, what is Zach Edey gonna do against athletes?
Yeah.
Like, what are the what are you like? Like, you look bad in
Yeah.
college.
What
You
is
look, like,
Memphis?
slow? A
What
step
does
behind
Memphis
in college.
see for him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say your thing you said before.
I don't know what I said.
Yeah, they might be really dumb. Say that.
Yeah, Memphis are done.
Yeah.
They're done.
No, dumb.
No, I said
They're
done with an
done.
N.
Oh.
I like
Yeah,
that.
after the last-
I love
after
hearing
the-
that actually.
Yeah. They had such a horrible. Their whole thing the year before last was like, our role players will win games without Jar, and then it was true.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, this is looking really good. And then
times
Jar went out
change.
again,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh okay, well the role players will do it, and then they sucked.
Well, it's because they traded
Yeah.
like 2 of the best ones away.
yeah. But like,
and Steven Adams.
But they traded them, and they were like, no, but we drafted these other guys,
Yeah,
and all of their draft picks were good. Then all of a sudden, the draft picks were bad, and the role players were bad, and Jar's an idiot, and Desmond Bain has T-Rex arms, and Jaren Jackson's bad at basketball. And then they drafted Zach Edey.
Yeah.
That's it. It's over.
Yeah.
It's like what is the fit with this guy
Yeah.
and Jaren Jackson Jr. on the floor? Like it would be so bad.
Well, what is the fit with just the way Memphis
Yeah.
have played in the Ja Morant era?
Yeah.
Like, there's like, oh, we're really missing a 7'3" guy that can't do anything and can stand in the way of everyone.
I guess you could just bowl people over with screens
Yeah,
and
God,
Ja can like
Yeah.
weave between them.
Yeah,
But like
Zach Edey will just be getting posted by Ja.
yeah. But like I having watched a little bit of him, like he doesn't have like the intelligence of Steven Adams, right? Like Steven Adams combined that like, all right, can't really jump, can't really get buckets, but like I'm strong enough, I'm smart enough, and I'm a good enough rebounder that like I can be useful with a good point guard next to me. Don't see Edie being like that.
Yeah. You could have picked any of these other guys.
Yeah.
There's
Oh my God,
genuinely,
yeah,
like,
literally.
you could have picked any. It's like the draft ended.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when Zach Edey
You stopped watching after that until like the 20s, didn't you?
It was like the Elon ending. Whenever Edie gets picked, it's over. Man, you guys are right.
Yeah, no, unless you're just like grab
How
the
can-
best Kit Kat slice you could ever get.
Again, I know I'm reading the ESPN post draft analysis, so it's kind of my fault. But like, how can you be like, a true centre to play alongside Jaren Jackson Jr. in the front court, and it got a long-term piece of the puzzle. With
I am just looking at this now. This is a true centre to play against.
Now you
We didn't really factor that in, did we?
Hey, guys, did you think about that?
They're actually only going to sign fours that can, like Precious Achua. They were only going to sign fours that could pinch up to the 5. Now they've actually gone out and got a 5.
That can't pinch down to the 4.
It might be a 6.
Is that a real
Also,
sell?
true centres. Are the other 2 centres that Jaren Jackson's played with, aren't they Valanciunas and Steven Adams?
Yeah.
Like the 2 truest of centres.
Yeah.
Finally for Jaren Jackson. Justice for Jaren.
Yeah.
Who started at the 5 last year?
Quadruple J.
They did fucking
Like on opening night.
who won a ring. What's his name?
Clay Thompson.
No,
Damian Jones.
no, the guy they traded to the Celtics.
Who won a ring?
Xavier Tillman. Yeah.
He started an opening night.
They started with Xavier. I remember because I was heavily invested in it because I hate Memphis.
Oh man, they should have kept Xavier Tillman.
No, but
Yeah.
he was really bad.
Yeah, but like Zachy.
Yeah. And then did they play like fucking? Did they have Bol or someone like that at center?
That's what I'm thinking. But someone's name that. I remember. No, I remember
No,
doing
this is this pick.
Yeah.
that's this
I remember doing a pod with Lucas and we couldn't name. We just couldn't name the starting lineup.
Oh, it was so good that
JJ
last
Jackson.
last game of the season when it was like Jake LaRavia was the most well-known player.
Yeah.
on the roster.
JJ Jackson, he was like at some camp. There's like some like primary school kids like playing basketball against him. This kid comes up and he's like, "Hey, you're in the NBA." He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I reckon LeBron James would kick your ass." And he's like, "I scored 38 on him."
Man.
Yeah, they were playing Santi Aldama like at the 4-5.
Yeah.
After Bismack Biyombo. That's it.
Yeah.
Fuck,
And he
it's
fainted.
just an
He
absolute
fainted.
rogues gallery of.
That was what he was saying.
Centre. His neck beyond.
OKC.
Okay, see.
I
Okay, see.
believe.
And
Yeah,
then,
not Phoenix.
and then they finished the
It's
season.
orange.
Finished the season with Trey Jemison. Remember him?
Yeah, that's the name. Yeah.
Jemison.
Yeah, we've said that on this podcast. Trey
Jem
Jemison.
with an E.
Yeah.
No shit.
All right, Cody.
Wait, hang on. The other funny thought I
How
had
else
about
would you
this,
spell Jefferson?
the Xavier Tillman trade. Do you reckon at the time they were like, now if we do make this Xavier Tillman trade, there is a world where we draft Zach Edey.
Do you reckon they figured it out?
And then they got to the night and then like they were like, fuck.
No, like Zach Edey's gonna slip. We'll get him. Even if Purdue win the chip. We'll get him.
I can't believe
Yeah.
they had to buy.
All right, Cody Williams,
Nah.
brother of Jay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Which J Will? The cringe one?
The
Or
good one, the
tall
good one, the good one.
The good one.
Yeah,
the good
wait, the cringe one's the good one.
He's pretty cringe.
Nah,
Really?
after today I'm with the list.
Maria, what do you do?
He does
What do you
this.
mean what did he do?
No, he had
does
this grill. No, he had this grill. And
He did that at the draft.
And he was doing this.
No, the whole...
Just showing off just his grill. It was like, bro, it's your brother's draft.
He's doing TikTok dances, but not in the Jared McCain way.
Right.
McCain. All right. 11, Mataz Buzelis.
Yeah, it might be
We kind
really
of spoke
bad
about him,
basketball.
didn't we?
Yeah, okay. 12, Nikola Topic.
So
to
he's-
Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, he's out for a year with a torn ACL.
Is this a Pokashevsky pick?
Nah.
Nah, he couldn't play basketball.
He was
yeah.
projected top 5, then he tore his ACL. He's out for the year.
Good pick.
OKC don't want a player, and then
Yeah.
he can't lose his value for 12 months.
Yeah, that's such
How
a good pick.
fucking good is that?
Can I say something? Like
No, we're moving on.
We have
no, about this Topic guy. Like just having a first look at this draft after I got out of my meeting today. So you look at the first 3 picks and you're like, yep, those are good basketball players. The entire rest of the list, you're like, oh fuck, I don't know about that. Except you're just like, oh yeah, OKC picked a guy called Nicola at pick 12.
Yeah.
Great pick. That'll
Yeah.
work out
Oh,
fantastically.
seriously.
OKC also got the Boris Dirk's favourite prospect, Pacome Diet.
Oh, they did.
Diate or Diet
Well,
at 25.
Boris Dirk-
98.
good,
Oh, that's what I wanted to say earlier when you pronounced Tidjane Salon.
Yeah.
Man, Adam Silver nailed all the names.
Yeah, that's
Remember
his job.
No, but do you remember
Yeah,
when the
Gino
guy?
Bailey.
Who was
Yeah.
the guy?
David Stern.
Yeah, David Stern. There was
I
like,
thought that
I swear he
was a
didn't-
street named after him. Keep going.
I reckon he didn't know like 20% of the names in every single-
Emmanuel Ginobili.
Emmanuel, that was one of the good ones.
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's also a fun way to pronounce Ginobili. Ginobili. Yeah, no, but I think he's an idiot.
He's dead.
Okay.
What does that have to do with
Number
the
11, 13. The Sacramento Kings picked Devin Carter from Providence.
Hellas.
No
Give us a
relations
par.
to Javon Carter?
No, but genuinely offense Jose Alvarado. That's what I'm going to call him.
Really?
Yeah.
As in he's really bad at it?
Isn't he a good defender?
Jose Alvarado, but offense. No,
I thought
it
his
was
whole
a-
thing was rebounding and defending.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that sounds like Javon Carter.
Sounds
but
like
he's
the
a
cunt
point
you
guard.
don't need.
Yeah, well, that as well.
Yeah. Well, but did you ever consider that he's a defensive menace and a tenacious lead guard?
Yeah.
That's actually, we should do that. Bob Carrington, already been spoken about.
Yeah.
Khalil, spelled Kel''El.
Oh, God.
Khalil Ware, 15 to... It says here Indiana, but there's the Miami logo. So. Jared, you've done it again, McCain. Dalton Connect.
Well, actually, I've got a fun fact about this guy. JJ Redick has already considered how he's going to use him.
I hear he was in the draft.
Is that
room.
true?
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
glad you broke that, Lucas.
Yeah. And to quote myself, what the fuck was Darvin Ham doing
Yeah.
after he drafted a player?
Yeah.
I'm going to kill JJ Redick this season.
Oh, yeah.
All
It's
right,
going to come
let's-
to a boil.
This is when he was like, well, frankly, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up.
all right.
Should we just leave
this,
it?
this is a natural transitioning point to the JJ talk, but can you just talk about Yves Missy? the
Don't know
21?
anything about him, I have to be honest.
All right.
More of a Ronaldo.
I was gonna watch some videos of him after we drafted him. But
Yeah.
I hear he's like I'm getting the impression, like Lucas said, that we're trying to do a Jackson Hayes with him. Like we're trying to get like an athletic rim running center who can play next to Zion. But I don't know. Like
Yeah.
That answer isn't in the draft.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If you want to win today,
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Tonight.
Well, that's another fact I learned having a source in the green room. Shout out DOS. The players get picked up tomorrow morning by their teams, and they just immediately move. They get drafted, 40 minutes of media, they get to hang out with their family that night, and then the next morning the team gets them.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And
quick
then they're
turnaround.
throwing,
And
they're
then
throwing
they
a pitch
own
that night.
Yeah, that feels very...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was
NFL, not NBA.
Yeah.
about Johnny Furphy, so it wasn't an issue, but I think generally it's an issue.
Yeah, well...
Yves Missy's weaknesses here. It says he lacks Polish experience and the physicality to maximize his ability.
That actually sounds exactly like Jackson Hayes.
Yeah.
Polish.
Thanks.
Can we get really off topic before we get back on topic? You
Yeah.
mentioned Messi and Ronaldo before, and I'm interested in your take, Marco. I had a conversation with a person today who said, "Look, sir, like we're never going to see a player like Ronaldo again. Like we've seen Messi, we'll never see Ronaldo again."
What?
I was like, "What do you? Isn't it the other way around? Like Ronaldo's the freak athlete,
Yeah.
and so we will see him again because there will be another." Messi's like the best player ever.
The little master.
Messi's the guy who like,
Messi's the guy who
but like you can't like train a guy to be like Messi. Like
you can be Ronaldo.
yeah, Ronaldo's whole thing is he was like, okay, cool, I'm what 5'11".
Nah, he's like
foot.
he's a
I think he's
nah.
6. Yeah, he's 6'2".
Is he 6'2"?
He's pretty big.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Anyway, he's like, I'm
big.
6. I'm naturally athletic. I'm good at football. I'm just gonna become the fucking best athlete of all time, and that's gonna make me the biggest, best
7'7" it has. 6'2", 6'2".
player.
Zach
Alright.
80.
Okay, so he's my height, is what you're saying.
He's fucking. So we've seen him then. It's Ron Holland.
Nah, it's Reed Parker who went third. Whoever his name is.
Yeah, and Messi's like, oh, you're part of the reason you're this way is because you had botched knee surgery when you were a child, and like no one else in the world can move your legs like you can. You know, like he's actually a freak of nature.
Yeah.
You know, and all his talent was evident from when he was like 13 years
Yeah.
old. Like,
I knew you were going to say that. I just wanted it on record so I could play this to that.
My friend Marco, who's good, says this.
Yeah.
My friend Marco, who is the same height as Cristiano Ronaldo, says this.
Says that Ronaldo.
same athleticism as well.
Silly.
Actually, sips a Johnny Furphy.
Where do you want to start with JJ Redick? Is it the accusations of the N-word at Duke University, or is it the head coaching contract?
He said, I don't give a fuck in the opening interview, as if he's like the cool guy.
Yeah.
Where
Shut up,
Where are we all in the JJ Redick hire?
If it was another team, it would be like, oh, interesting. I wonder how he goes.
I'm where I am always with JJ Redick, where I'm like, I'm sure it'll be fine,
I'm sure it'll change.
but
Yeah.
I just personally hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
he's such a little shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I was angry about it, and then I watched the press conference, and I was like, if I detach the JJ Redick, LeBron James Mind the Game podcast side of things, then I'd prefer this type of person going to coach the Lakers than, you know, Frank Vogel's front teeth and Darvin Ham.
Yeah.
It's true though.
Because it's a storyline in LA? Or
No, because he was just like, it might be hard at some points. I've got to embrace it. It's going to be hard.
Yeah,
That sounds like
he's not gonna go in. Which is like, we hate Joe Mazzulla personally, which is a
But
good
JJ
track.
Redick's not cross-eyed and religious.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Family Guy.
Well, he's actually not a race. He's Christian.
He's the first double Christian coach, Jason Kidd, and I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
The follow-up to that was not
Stand-up guy, I hear.
Oh yeah, that's supposedly what
I get what you're saying though, Lucas. It's like, he's got the right sort of coaching mindset where he's going to go in and like actually coach rather than like Darvin Ham, who's like, you know, you got to win. Like,
Yeah.
like
Come on, guys.
He's
He
not.
fucking won the tournament though.
What?
He actually won something.
Shut up.
No, Lakers head coach had done that since the one before.
Yeah, literally, he won a tournament. Yeah. The elimination finals.
But yeah,
2020.
you can't. I really don't think you can be having a completely inexperienced head coach, Coach LeBron, in maybe his last or second last.
Yeah.
Or like Darvin Ham.
No, but he'd assistant coached before and stuff
yeah,
like that. Like JJ Redick's actually only coached 3/4 of a season of grade 4 basketball. Like,
But you know what they say? Assistant coaches make suggestions. Head coaches make decisions.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So Darvin Ham had yet to be in that second role.
He just kept suggesting things. Try playing defense.
LeBron, yeah. Yeah, it's
Also, he'd head coached the New Mexico Thunderbirds. So what's your tongue?
yeah.
You just had to Google that.
Surely he did it. Surely he did not say that. But it's just the Lakers just get too much run, man. Like Kenny Atkinson signed a deal with the Cavs this morning, like a 5-year deal.
Oh, that's good.
But they
it's
had,
like-
to be fair, they had already named him as the next coach.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, and it was him and Borrego.
used to be.
No. Kenny Atkinson was at least yesterday.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was yesterday. I
James
wasn't this
Borrego,
morning.
you
Yeah.
can stop. Oh no, actually Borrego.
Yeah. James Borrego, the bad coach from
That's
3 years
funny.
ago. Yeah.
But also, like, we don't have to talk about that because that's so obviously a great choice.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Which
like
probably,
this guy
says something.
who like has
Maybe-
been coveted by everyone in the league. He's been on
yeah.
title winning teams. The Cavs who like they're not really in like dire straits, you know, coaching or roster wise. I mean, they might be after this off season, but like the Lakers, it's like, all right, well, you didn't get enough out of this roster last season. You're not gonna get any serious additions to this roster. Can JJ Redick get that much more out of them? Like, I'm not saying that the answer, you know, is no, but like, it's a huge swing. It's a huge, huge
Imagine
swing.
if he wins a fucking ring.
Fuck.
That's crazy.
That's the last thing.
I'll subscribe to his Patreon for sure.
OnlyFans.
So, as everyone's, you know, being like, oh, you know, obviously LeBron had his hands on this hiring. There was a funny answer in the press conference where they were asking Rob Pelinka about, like, you know, what's the, you know, proximity to LeBron, what role did he play in this? And Rob Pelinka was like, I want to be very clear with what I'm saying. LeBron was very supportive in everything we did. Anthony Davis was very involved in the head coach. So that actually makes me think that LeBron might have been a little more hands-on. If they then go on to admit that AD was like,
No, but that's
gonna
gonna
cover up?
that's gonna be a red herring. It's like
yeah.
LeBron and AD was like behind him like a puppy dog, be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hiya, JJ.
Yeah. If LeBron's like, Anthony, I need you to. I just need you to say this.
Or maybe this is a PR thing, or that's like the, you know, that meme where it's like guy thinking, then galaxy brain. It's like, this is AD trying to convince people that he actually does want to win.
Yeah.
That's what this quote's about.
I can't wait for him to get injured.
I'm
so excited.
Don't worry, it'll come.
I know. I'm just pumped for it.
The Cavs announcement was 2 days ago, by the way. You guys right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What do you reckon Tommy Alter gets a spot on the coaching staff?
No, he just opens up his own podcast.
Is he the white host?
Yeah.
He's the white guy on...
He's the white guy on the white guys podcast.
Does this mean that they're going to stop the pods?
Yeah, he's. I just googled it. He's. Yeah.
More or less.
I listen to them so much.
He's also going to stop Old Man in the 3 though. So Which, yeah, I mean, you've got a full-time job coaching to Los Angeles.
I didn't even know he was still doing that.
Yeah.
I thought he just fully just started making LeBron.
No, he's doing 2 of those a week. And
Because LeBron's got a
one.
full-time job as well.
Oh, yeah.
Basketball player.
So before we move on to the Mikal Bridges trade, I was on Michael Winger's Wikipedia earlier, and I kept this page open because it had at the bottom of each Wikipedia page, it has like, I don't know, feedback or whatever. So I clicked on it and I was like, what is this? And this user, 24462088182, has left 2 contributions. One at 6:19 on 18th of July 2023. One at 6:20 on No Scrubs, the song No Scrubs. And then the other suggestion was a month earlier on Michael Wing. Michael Winger's Wikipedia saying this is more of a fan perspective on Michael Winger rather than an actual objective biography.
Holy shit.
So
Wait, he left the comment on the biography, or he wrote the biography that got...
No, he left the comment on the biography.
Right. What the
Wow.
hell? Wikipedia people are incredible.
It's
It's
insane.
unbelievable.
The only other
What
thing
are
he
you
commented
talking
on was
about?
No Scrubs.
I've never looked at that.
I didn't
It's
know
so
it
cool.
existed. Yeah.
Yeah.
However, Sean, we have a trade to announce.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Michael Bridges.
Oh, Mikal Bridges, yeah. I was actually just flicking through the news trying to remember what the thing we were going to talk about was.
Yeah.
Sorry, just
I think we all freaked out about the other
yeah,
morning.
a couple of... Yeah, I was having a photo. I had to fucking stop talking to my workmates. Do you want some green in there?
No.
No, you drive it, yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get on to the Michael Bridges, Nick Claxton, 4-year, 100 mil.
Yeah.
Where?
Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Bam Adebayo re-ups 3 for 166.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler's not going to trade, but he's going to become a free agent following off-season. David Griffin, quote, Brandon Ingram wants to stay with Pelicans. That's meaningful to us.
Jesus Christ.
All right, yeah.
You okay?
No,
Mikal,
actually not.
No.
Wait,
Yeah.
who do you reckon's happy about the 3 years between Bam and Miami?
Miami.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. What do you
That's
think?
good money for Bam. As in, like, if I was Bam,
Right.
I'd be like, this is good money.
This is my impersonation.
No income tax, 55 million.
He's so
a year.
good.
hate
guy
tax.
whose only basketball analysis is exactly that about every contract.
Did you get
I
Harley
mean, he
Reid?
took a look at the number. He's like, "This is good number."
Yeah. Harley Reid's gonna get $20 million
Yeah.
from the Victorian team when he gets off his rookie deal.
It better be.
No, it'll be Geelong.
Bro, if it's not Essendon,
It's
they sell him on
100%
lifestyle.
Geelong.
Where's he
they don't
from?
have. He doesn't have to sign with us. We better offer him that.
Oh, sure, yes.
Where's he from?
Melbourne.
No, he's retro.
Oh,
He's
Metro.
he's
isn't he?
he's rural.
Geelong.
He'll go to Geelong.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
But he played
God.
VFL with Essendon.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
Oh my god, he loved playing at Piranha Park as well.
I loved it.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is Bam Adebayo's contract is not equivalent to Harley.
Oh yeah,
It's a lot
he's from
more.
Echuca way, isn't he?
Yeah.
Country bumpkin.
Hey,
Hey,
where-
fish with Jersey
Where the
Captain.
ocean meets the lake. That's what I say.
Oh
When
my
the
God.
rubber meets the road, Mikal Bridges finds his way.
Yeah, Mikal Bridges.
So was it too much?
Yeah, 5 first-round picks for a
Nah, but
non-all-star.
two of them are their fake first rounders.
But how would he have gotten from Brooklyn to New York?
I thought you said that.
I know. I was. It was
Sure.
conjecture. We weren't sure.
Sean?
2-hour train ride.
No,
How
it's
would he get
legit,
there?
It's just funny.
Do you reckon he'll
not 2
keep?
hours at all.
Do you reckon all the Brooklyn players are living in Manhattan and commuting to the Barclays Center?
Yeah.
Nah, they're living in Brooklyn.
I reckon Ben Simmons was living in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Nah, he's not a Brooklyn player.
Have you been to New York?
I just look at the map a lot.
They definitely stay in Brooklyn because it's. Yeah, no, they definitely stay in Brooklyn.
Oh my
I
god.
don't
Did you
care.
guys
So do you reckon he'll move house from Brooklyn to Manhattan? Like,
Yeah.
I guess it's not that much when you're getting paid $30 million a year to be like, hey, can you move my
Yeah, but time's still time, but what if it takes an hour? I don't care if I've got $30 million. If I have to drive to like Caulfield right now, it's going to be a long way.
Right, I see what you're saying.
It's just annoying enough that you would rather want to be there.
Yeah.
In Manhattan.
Yeah.
Or he's in like Williamsburg, which
Yeah.
is one stop over the river.
Also, every day.
So the guy who's been to Brooklyn. Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear the Channel 9 Wide World of Sports article for the Mikal Bridges trade?
Oh,
Yes.
You would not even. I shouldn't have told you.
It's the best. It's the best.
Kiwi executive pulls off crazy NBA trade that could have domino effect for Simmons, Durant.
Yeah, do you want to read the Fox Sports headline? Simmons' Nets make 2 massive trades as superstar shipped in major NBA shakeup. Simmons' Nets.
The best.
Simmons.
Two major trades, the second one being pick swaps, which are major, but not to your Fox Sports reader.
Yeah. And everyone was so like, what's going to happen to Cam Johnson? Is he okay?
He's going to, no, apparently he's on the trade market now.
Okay, yeah.
Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith. Just
But
for
then why did they pay Clarkson? I don't get the Clarkson thing.
I think they imagine that he can
be there forever.
evolve with the franchise.
He's like 22.
Yeah, he's so young.
I picked him for DPOY this year, and it definitely wasn't.
Yeah, like when they,
I mean,
if they draft Cooper Flag next
Claxton.
year, then when Cooper Flag's in his 3rd, 4th season, Nick Claxton's Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, and you can't trade literally all of your players.
Yeah.
You do have to actually.
You have to have a center.
And you need like a salary and like whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, that the pick swaps
here we go.
let all of these like fantastic role players that have been essentially stuck in Brooklyn because they're like,
Get moved,
well, we can't be shit because what's the point of being shit? Or like so shit.
And now all of a sudden.
Yeah, now it's like, oh yeah, okay, well obviously we'll trade Dorian Finney-Smith for another first rounder because
they got their own picks.
we have our own first rounders.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that when this trade went down on 2K, they just kept adding picks and then they kept not accepting and then they added that final second round.
Like, alright, you got us.
The Nets accepted.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the fit?
I think it's
really good.
I like it. Yeah. I don't. And like, is it too much? Like, I don't care. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? They don't care. They're gonna sell so many jerseys. They're gonna make so many podcasts.
They're going to be on the front cover of what's the magazine? Slam. Yeah, it's going to be Villanova Boys all year.
Yeah. It's gonna be an absolute like media shitstorm.
Yeah.
5 first round. Like, who cares?
Also, it's a bit cringe, but I love that they had a group chat and they video called in the group chat. That was very nice.
Yeah, but tampering as well.
All right. By the way, the picks. Sorry, Knicks are sending unprotected their own picks: 25, 27, 29, 31. And a protected $28.
Okay, so it's only one of the fake picks.
And they're re-signing OG.
Yeah, it's at 212.
So it's like Brunson, Hart, Bridges, and Anunoby center.
Yeah.
But then DiVincenzo.
They've also got
Hartenstein?
Randall.
Yeah.
Randall's still there.
Yeah. So, but this is the thing:
they
is
can
like
get rid
you
but
like
they might
you could play Randall, be like, okay, actually the fit's shit. We'll bring Josh Hart into the starting lineup, which we know works. Play like the lineup that you said, and then trade him for value because like you're gonna get something for Randall.
I completely forgot he existed.
But they still have Mitchell Robinson under contract.
Yeah.
And DiVincenzo.
And DiVincenzo.
So they've got 7.
And
Miles
Miles McBride. He's good.
So they've got 8 without Randall and 9 with him.
Yeah.
Well,
that's great.
That was quick.
Yeah.
And then
That's
what?
good.
And they can still re-sign Hartenstein for his desired contract.
It's
crazy.
If they dump Mitchell Robinson, they can give Hartenstein almost as much as OKC.
Fucking do
you
that.
reckon they'll fuck this up?
There was a report.
You think they'll pick Hartenstein?
There was a report. There was
They prefer him.
Bro,
They kept starting Robinson.
Yeah, but then
'Cause he was getting paid
Hartenstein
so
would come
much.
on and they'd win the game.
There was a report that Hartenstein wants to take a discount to stay with the Knicks.
But also, the 4th unprotected first round picks, 25, 27, they're going to have this team.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then 20, maybe 31, the same year that the Wolves pick is in San Antonio.
Yeah.
There's also there's also the vibes thing.
Yeah.
What? For Hartenstein?
No, the vibe for the team.
Yeah.
Like,
The team?
Yeah,
I
it's
hate.
so
like,
high.
oh my god, I hate the fact that I fucking said that out
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah. No, but you're so right.
This might be it. This might be the vibes team.
Yeah.
Where it's like actually real.
And
It's
they're
a
actually
real thing.
they all seem like good, fun people.
Yeah.
And
And like, we just signed, we just traded for the best blue guy in NBA history. Fucking that's great.
But let's say there were to be this hypothetical basketball tournament where you would play like a 82-game regular season and then a best of 16 tournament. Would you pick this team over the team in green?
No, yeah.
No.
But maybe.
No,
It's
but
like-
if you watch them play for 20 games, and I would be comfortable saying yes.
Yeah, the
But
team
also,
in green
what do
is
you want them to do?
yeah.
Like, what do you want to do? Okay, let's just fucking sell everyone.
Well,
Yeah.
would
Oh yeah, let's just let Boston. Let's just
blow it
say
up.
The
Yeah.
team is
No,
green.
let's
the team
just
in
let
green
Boston
is
be
fully
good.
built
Yeah.
different.
What about the other team in green?
Bucks.
Yeah, I'd pick. Oh fuck.
I picked the Knicks.
Well, who's stopping Johnny
Bucks.
Lillard sucks.
No, but Lillard. So
Ojeanobi,
there's been
Randall.
some stuff about Lillard that
Oh,
because
imagine Randall.
Well, he just needs to foul him.
Oh, that would be the best playoff series ever.
Yeah, $40 million to foul out every
Yeah.
there's been some stuff from
let's
Dame's
forget.
PR team that because he was getting traded, he didn't work out last summer. And that's
Oh,
why.
whatever, bro.
I knew you were
Wait,
going to
are
laugh
you
at that.
serious? They
This
came
bloke,
out.
Seriously.
this bloke
How
has
many
every
fucking retroactive
he
reports is this guy
has
gonna have?
every excuse under the
Yeah,
sun.
genuinely.
Yeah.
Bro, just be good.
Yeah.
That's your whole thing.
What about
The whole thing for your whole fucking career is that you're good at playing basketball.
Yeah.
And the moment someone needs it, the moment someone's like, hey, can you do that thing you've been doing? He's like, actually, I can't.
Yeah.
I get paid.
Dame, you get to play with the first good basketball player in your career.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered.
Man.
Like, do we have a defensive liability at 2 that I can blame? Maybe
Yeah.
at 4?
Oh,
Do we have a wing whose career I can ruin?
yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
Oh my god.
No,
Yeah.
but so
His team needs to chill.
so they're
So
they're
we're
in
all
between
saying
the
the
green
Knicks are better
teams.
than the
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
They're in between the green teams.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they might just be this like next step closer to the shot against the
And,
Celtics.
and if Philly doesn't get anyone,
Oh yeah.
Man, if Philly get Paul George, I'd pick the Knicks over him. Like,
yeah.
yeah, well, Paul George is
Yeah,
negative
yeah.
mindset, which is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and also who's got mindset? You got
The Knicks,
Tyrese
the
Maxey.
Knicks are the only team with mindset.
but no, on the Philly, the only guy with mindset is Tyrese Maxey. But then
And
he's
Anthony
also
Melton.
yeah, true. But then they're also smart enough to understand their role, and then they're like, okay, cool. Best case scenario is we let Paul George and Joel Embiid be the 2 guys, and then me, Tyrese Maxey, will be the 3rd guy. But then fucking Joel Embiid and Paul George shit the bed.
Yeah.
But are you who you
wow, so true.
Okay, is there a way that Paul George can get to the Knicks still? I'm not joking.
Nah, it'd be like
It'd
giving
be-
out Randall or
what?
Brunson or something.
Yeah,
Randall and Ojeanobi.
Randall and Ojeanobi.
You have to- would you have to dump
you
Ojeanobi?
can't trade Ojeanobi.
Yeah,
You
for
can't.
six.
December
you just
15th,
put a
bro.
stump.
You just got.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, okay, sure.
But also, like, Randall money might get it done?
Nah, it's not. I think it's 36 or
And
40.
What about Randall and Mitch Robinson?
Are you like
Yeah,
signing
like-
trading to the Clippers? Like that's not.
No, so a lot of Paul George moves have to be him opting into his $43 million player option and then getting traded.
Yeah, okay. So you are trading him to the Clippers.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
the Clippers
yeah,
aren't going to
yeah.
trade Paul George to you for Randall and Mitchell
Yeah, the
Robinson.
Clippers
No.
just saying
The
that.
two
Yeah.
least
Yeah,
desirable players on your roster.
All right,
But are the Clippers just gonna?
But if he if once Paul George opts in, then the Clippers are like, oh, we'll trade you wherever. We
Yeah.
Well, exactly. Okay, yeah,
They
sure.
could trade him to Brooklyn.
Okay.
Like, or
all
I
right.
don't know.
It's in the Clippers' best interest to trade him, obviously.
Yeah, because they'll
Yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
something.
You get
for
something.
nothing,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because new stadium, they want just human beings.
And like Kawhi's gone.
Kawhi's still there for 3 more
Nah, but
years.
he's like, he's gone.
No, I don't think he cares. I think he just wants to live in LA. And he's
Yeah.
supposed to work. Like.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, so we're putting the Knicks in between the green teams. Are the Knicks better than the Thunder?
I would say yes right
No.
now.
I think you're wrong. Would you say the Knicks are better than the Nuggets?
No,
No.
Let's
but I
say-
think the East is like
yeah.
really bad.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like,
And the
OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges both could be, like, so good. Like,
Yeah, but like then you got Mitch Rob or Hartenstein guarding Jokic.
Yeah,
like, whatever.
By the way, you could do, just for clarity, you could do Randall and Mitchell Robinson for Paul George. That would make sense financially.
There's also this
33 pick.
We're also now talking ourselves into a Thibodeau team, so we will get burned for this.
But also,
Yeah.
there's now enough players that he won't play them all. for
Also,
minutes.
Mikal Bridges can't get injured. He's
I
like,
find that
Nah, let's wait.
you reckon?
Paul,
Okay,
like
but
he
if he
hasn't
doesn't-
missed a game since he was like
If he
12.
plays-
Yeah.
He's never had.
This is going to be the
That's
season.
They have
that
two
I'll
games.
see,
Yeah. That's sick.
Mathematically, if you play 5 guys 40 minutes,
Yeah.
there's only 40 more minutes.
Whatever.
Wait, is that right?
No.
I don't know. You're the maths guy.
You
It's
actually
wrong.
are the maths
It is
guy.
wrong though. Anyway, you can't play. And now there's 7 guys or 8 guys who want to play that amount of minutes. So now they have to mathematically be in like the 35.
You're discounting Tom Thibodeau.
What then? So, but then the issue becomes Tibbs isn't fucking playing Miguel Bridges.
Well,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Nah,
he's-
just McBride.
Yeah, there'll be one guy.
It's
Yeah,
just
but yeah, McBride's good.
But they won't play.
No,
They'll play the
yeah.
others.
In the regular, yeah, like they've got 8 really good guys,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is all
And
you
then-
need in the
and
regular
then- and
season,
then
really.
Yeah.
No, as in like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
the one you're not thinking of. Like, because whatever.
Yeah, no team,
I don't like him.
no other team has 8 really good guys, I don't think. Like, you know, Denver
Yeah.
doesn't, Boston doesn't.
Oh, the Warriors
Thunder
will.
claim.
Oh my god. Hey, actually, shout out to Sean. That's the first time he's
That's a
mentioned
freaking record, man.
That's pretty good, dude.
Wow, Sean.
When was
It was an hour and 8 minutes in.
Bro, that's really good, Sean.
He had it was a good run yesterday. It was 59 minutes before he mentioned
What are we
trading
on now?
Looney for Paul George.
That's amazing.
Straight up. Who says no? Because we've just seen Lively and Gaff perform so well. So imagine Zubac and Looney. You can't discount that.
And for Lively and Gavin, he said
They
they
would
can't
both.
jump.
They would both be so good on the knee.
And then Westbrook coming downhill.
Yeah,
Into them
It's
at the same time.
and they could draft Zach Edey.
Nah, I just watch out for the Warriors. I'm gonna be in Japan on July 1st, but watch out for the Warriors because we could have. Like, we're not paying Looney, right? It's been well reported that Looney's gone because it's just too expensive to keep his $8 million on the books, right? His $8 million works out to like $27 million in just taxes after paying him, right? So he's the easiest cut, and he was non-guaranteed. So we could have just cut him and just washed our hands of it.
Really?
You would only pick him up if you know you're getting rid of him because it's just not sustainable to keep him on the roster. So
I'm
why?
confused. Do you think you're going to be good?
Yeah,
Why?
because something's going to happen.
Sorry, you don't think this team will be good? You
What, the
think
Warriors?
something? Yeah.
Yeah, on
You
opening
think something-
night, our team will be better than it is right now.
Well, you hope.
That's
Sure, hope it
crazy.
does.
This is definitely.
How?
This is just when Aless before said, if I was Bam Adebayo, I would sign this.
How? It doesn't matter. You know what? It actually doesn't matter.
Nah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
On Monday we'll know.
Let me know when it happens.
Nah,
Doesn't feel
Monday.
bad.
Monday.
Some of us, me and Aless, we have to deal with the fact that our team won't be better on opening night.
Yeah.
Yours
Yeah.
actually won't.
Yeah.
I mean,
might not be.
mine might be just out of like.
Nah, but you've got
osmosis.
things to look
I've got
forward
hope.
to.
Yeah.
You'll always have hope.
I can look forward to a 10-win season.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many did you win last year? 17.
15, I think.
Do you reckon you'll win more or less next year?
Well, that's what I was just saying, wasn't it?
You said 10.
You know what's crazy about last season?
You're trying at the start?
No, we had a 3-game winning streak
Yeah.
in a 15-win season where we lost 67 games, Sean. We were 52 games below 500.
Yeah, North Melbourne almost won 3 games in a row. So,
Did they lose all of them?
they lost 2 of them.
That's funny, but that's good. Were there any other talking points?
Yeah. If they paid that Collingwood free kick.
Nah.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. If they paid the 50 because they both jumped over the mark, it should have been 50 meters. He's kicking it from 45 out, 45 degree angle. He misses the kick.
Nah, he was closer than that. It
He
was,
would've missed
it was that thing where you're 20 meters out from the 50, but then they put you 10 meters out from the
Okay,
goal.
alright.
You know what I
He
mean?
still would have missed the kick.
Okay, interesting.
Do
we reckon
like
that-
KD?
I was going to say, do you reckon the Houston Rockets will trade for Kevin Durant?
Wait, so
In a
let's
year?
go to the other side first. Suns, I think they're going to get rid of him.
Nah, so there was a
Why?
report today that said that they're going to evaluate it halfway through the season.
Yeah,
Why would they?
they're going to
get
run
rid-
it back.
Why would they get rid of
They
it?
can get their picks back because Houston
Oh,
got
Houston,
alright,
yeah,
okay.
owns
And then
a
if you're
bunch of
Houston,
their
you're
picks.
like Kevin Durant. Yeah. Okay.
Why don't they just introduce loans into the NBA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. There's 450 of them. You may as well swap them around.
Kevin Durant loaned to real Mallorca for the second half of the season to get back into fitness.
He'd actually be pretty good in the rock.
Learning into sport.
Yeah. I did love the pick swap thing though. Like it made me very happy that that like it's happened.
That's going to loom there for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Because it's like, oh shit, the Nets are in this bad situation. Like, Phoenix is also in this bad situation. Don't feel bad for them though.
But it's also quite because if Kevin Durant and the Houston with the Phoenix picks, right? If they don't trade, those Phoenix picks are in the 20s. But if they do trade, Phoenix gets their picks, which might be number 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they don't have Kevin Durant anymore.
But they have Booker and Beal.
Yeah.
But weren't their
But
picks...
then you imagine if one domino falls and Booker's like, well, I don't want to be here with no trade clause, fuck it.
If you're,
Man,
I mean, like,
Bradley
if
Beal, Phoenix Suns.
if you're pulling the trigger on Durant, does that mean that you think it's over?
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to.
If we're trading Durant, it's like, well, that's it.
If you're trading Durant to the Houston Rockets for your own first round picks, you think it's over. Like,
Okay. So then don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like,
Durant and Booker are fucking good.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
so-
like,
But like
Beal,
you might
I know.
you might run your franchise to a point where like it's so bad and you don't have your own picks. Where it's like not only has Booker requested a trade, Kevin Durant's retired, Bradley Beal's so bad or injured or whatever, like, you're then at that point of being bad, but you can't draft anyone.
But then, like, Ishbia's come in so hot.
Yeah.
But after 12 months, he's already pulling the pin on this.
Yeah,
like,
because
I want to be the...
don't think he's a very astute
It's new owners.
sports
you know.
owner.
Yeah.
But Paul can't, like, seriously.
Yeah.
I know it's his fault. But, like, fuck, man.
I actually think it's...
Oh, you feel bad for it?
Well, he came in and he's looked at all the owners that are like, they don't spend money. I'm going to spend as much money as I can. And I'm going to trade for Kevin Durant. And he does. And it's like, oh, but you don't want that center. And you kind of want not Royce O'Neal and not Bradley Beal. Yeah.
I'm going to go on a limb and disagree.
That's fine. It's very disagreeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the cunt who drafted Aiden?
James Jones still there, is he?
Is it still... Did James Jones draft DeAndre Aiden? No, he
James Jones' first draft would have been... who's the shooter? Cam Johnson.
No, bro, you got drafted in like 02.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He's almost 30, Cam Johnson.
That's why I got confused before when you were like, they're gonna keep him. I thought you guys were talking about
God, he
Cam
is.
Johnson and not Nick Claxton.
Ah.
You're like, he's 22. I was like, wasn't the whole thing that he got drafted when he was like 42 or something?
Yeah. Who drafted Ayton then?
Well, Cam Johnson would look great on a...
Oh no! Fuck!
on a good
It was James Jones. Oh well, at least he was with the Phoenix Suns. Was he trying to fucking?
Do you guys remember when the Suns lost the finals? And one of the talking points was, is Giannis one of the 20 best players? And then another one of them was, is Ayton one of the 20 best players in the league right now?
Yeah. No. Okay.
How far they fall?
So what happened? I can't figure
And
out.
now, is he one of the 20 best centers on his team?
DeAndre Ayton career record versus Luka Doncic, 10-4.
Well, hey,
Wow.
David Blinderman, shout out, David.
Who's
if
he
he's
go
definitely
for?
not listening.
He goes to Portland.
Portland.
Yeah.
He thinks Ayton's good.
Right.
He's like, yeah, Ayton, like, you know, we're going to keep him and he's going to be good. And I'm like, what are you on?
Yeah. I was listening to the Locked On NBA pod today.
Which one?
Just the generic
Blinderman.
Locked
Oh,
On.
they better
Yeah.
NBA one.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And so they were like, what's going to happen? They've got 4 centers on the roster. And it's like, well, Ayton got snowed in for 2 games last year. So now you've just got injury insurance and snow insurance.
Yeah. Also, if you ever all healthy, just leave a fucking bag of lollies and a Lego at Aiden's place.
Yeah. He's like...
He's not coming.
Snowed in.
Yeah.
So from what I can gather, some guy called Ryan McDonough drafted DeAndre
right,
Ayton, and then he got fired before opening night.
Yeah, because he didn't draft. Because he didn't draft Doncic.
You missed Ryan McDonough. Yeah.
But they fired him. They fired him like what after summer league when they were like, oh shit, this guy made the
But
wrong
he
pick.
also drafted...
That's so bad.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry,
Who was the
Dante, for
wing?
listening to this.
Yeah.
I know you're not. But
Ryan McDonough is horrible. Who's the wing that they drafted? Who's the wing?
Josh Jackson.
Josh Jackson.
Yeah.
He's still 19. or
And
something.
Dragan
Yeah.
Bender.
Yeah.
Actually, how old is Josh
Alex
Jackson?
Len.
Yeah. Ryan McDonough drafted the worst players in the world.
I don't know. The Kings, all the Kings.
How old do we reckon Josh Jackson is?
Right now,
Yeah.
26.
Wow. Both under. It's
Under.
27.
yeah.
So we're pretty much right.
It's so crazy. DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, Luka Doncic,
Yeah.
Jaren
Jaren
Jackson
Jackson.
Jr., Trey Young.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, who was 6?
Agahos.
Oh.
Wendell Carter Jr.
Very good.
Mikal Bridges at 10.
Yeah, I was
Jesus.
about to
Great
say he was.
Shea
he was there.
Gilgeous.
And bloody Justice Winslow slipped all the way down to 13.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, he didn't. That was a while ago.
Nah, it was Bam. Bam went 13th.
Nah, that was a
He did.
while ago as well.
True. So,
no.
James Jones
No.
inherited DeAndre Ayton and then immediately traded for Mikal Bridges, or immediately.
Oh, the pick because Philly drafted him.
Yeah, but like,
But no, it was immediate.
yeah.
It was for the
Jalen
guy
Brunson's
who
draft.
ends up never playing basketball.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, drafted with Luka.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're at the end.
Yeah.
We're just reading basketball reference at this point.
Is there anything else you'd like to say, Sean?
So does anyone actually think JJ Redick's going to work? No.
What's
Nah,
work
it's
mean?
like
Work means
50-50.
winning a title.
Yeah.
No.
Winning a title.
I actually have no idea because I think there's that thing where it's like, oh, you need to be experienced, but it's also like you might just not be a fucking idiot, right?
Yeah.
You have this thing about how 15 of the 30 head coaches are stupid, right?
GMs.
GM.
But also the head coach.
At all times, there's always
Yeah.
15 stupid ones.
Well, I think there's more, but yeah.
The Lakers need like a 3-D wing as well.
They got Dalton Connect. Spell
They,
wrong.
they should have drafted up.
Eden.
Which one?
Dalton Connect.
They should have drafted Ron Holland the second.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
This episode of The Deep 2 is presented by Gelateria Bico, the official gelato of The Deep 2. Gelateria Bico, handmade gelato in the heart of Brunswick.
The Jeff Van Gundy Tribute Show is your fortnightly dose of the lighter side of basketball, hosted by me, Marco.
And me, Lucas. We take a more laid-back approach, talking about the NBA, the WNBA, FIBA basketball, culture, whatever tickles our fancy or grinds our gears.
The show is filled with great guests, classic gags, and a healthy dose of tangents in honor of the great man himself.
The Jeff Van Gundy Tribute Show, fortnightly on the Deep 2 Podcast Network.
You know, loves just talking about the league, certain things like that.
The NBA moves so quickly these days, it's hard to keep up. Shams and Woj are breaking stories left and right, but the Quick Time Out is right there with them to keep you informed on the latest NBA news. Stop in and let us break it down as it happens. Find the Quick Time Out on the Deep 2 Podcast Network.